Wardlow squashed MJF at AEW Double or Nothing, and it was the biggest win of MJF's career.
Don't touch that mouse unless you're trying to subscribe. The next pro wrestling bit coming at you in 3, 2, 1.
MJF came to lovely Inglewood, California, and left a pipe bomb in his wake. By the way, sidebar, WWE pronounces it Hollywood. AEW pronounces it Los Angeles. But real niggas say Inglewood, a beautiful black enclave. Shout out to the black Inglewood mayor, Mr. James T. Butts. People freak out when WWE doesn't want to say the names of white cities like Raleigh, North Carolina. So I'm just keeping that same energy when it comes to the booming black city of Inglewood. Just look at all the black and brown people in power on that city council. No wonder the good old boys in pro wrestling don't want to say its name. Anyway, MJF's pipe bomb promo was incredible as he continues to successfully work everybody in wrestling. He worked AEW event staff, AEW employees, AEW independent contractors. He worked the wrestling media, fake boarding pass and all. He worked fans by hiding in plain sight and playing slots, knowing it would be reported. In fact, everything that's been, air quotes, reported about MJF over the past week have been things MJF wants to be reported. He's playing everybody like a Sudoku, and it's fascinating to watch. MJF is even working Tony Khan, I think. Either way, one of two things is happening. Either Tony Khan and MJF planned this whole angle from the beginning, thereby screwing over the fans and Wardlow, or MJF no-showed on his own and Tony Khan was forced into playing along and, in effect, going full carny. AEW is going all the way with an angle that started with a legitimate no-show from MJF, and an angle that revolves around MJF's real-life contract situation. If AEW is going all in on an MJF contract storyline, that tells me there's a chance he signed a secret extension. Yes, the wrestling media has, air quotes, reported MJF's contract expires in 2024 countless times. But again, MJF has been playing them niggas like a Wardle, so f*** what you heard. This angle has transcended beyond dirt sheet reporting at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if there is a secret contract that only MJF and Tony Khan know about. But if MJF's contract does in fact expire in 2024 and he leaves, Tony Khan will have played a carny and a mark all at the same damn time. No matter how much of this is a work, Tony Khan has gone full carny. Instead of making an example of MJF, MJF is being rewarded for no-showing an event and costing paying customers time and money. And that's giving Tony the benefit of the doubt and assuming that he had nothing to do with MJF no-showing in the first place. Days after what was supposed to be the biggest moment of Wardlow's career, MJF fractured most of Wardlow's heat, no-sold the stretcher job, and put AEW and Tony Khan in a body bag on Dynamite. I was in the building for this in Inglewood, California, and between the heel heat MJF got before he spoke and the babyface heat MJF got after, both were the loudest I've ever heard live, ever. That's the beauty of reality-based booking, an instant gratification, which is a gift and a curse. By the way, all these rah-rah tribal AEW fans who raged against these evil ex-WWE guys with MJF, they went crazy for Miro literally in the next segment, so even MJF is getting worked in all this. Reality is the cocaine of professional wrestling. Good for a short-term rush, but it can also ruin your life when, well, reality sets in. Reality is always great for a big moment or to kickstart a major storyline or character, but it never ages well because you have to then end up out-shooting the work shoot from the week before. So where is this gonna lead? To an on-air booking meeting or, God forbid, Tony Khan as a TV character? Pro wrestling is littered with reality-based storylines violently flaming out. NWO flamed out after a couple of years and killed WCW. ECW made its living on reality-based work shoots and they flamed out after a few years. Now they tried the same thing with Joey Styles in WWE to revive the brand in 2005 and it flamed out all over again. The Brian Pillman storyline everybody compares this to violently flamed out after a year. The CM Punk Pipebomb storyline everybody's comparing this to violently flamed out, and Phil even ended up quitting. The only reality-based storyline that really bolstered an entire promotion was the Montreal Screwjob, but that's the exception that proves the rule. For every Edge and Lita, there's countless Hogan and Russos where keeping it real goes wrong. That's what MJF and Carny Khan are up against. Just like the pipe bomb, there was a buzzworthy moment that got the people talking, but now AEW is doing that thing where its biggest storyline revolves around inside baseball. It relies on the audience to have a nuanced understanding of backstage politics and wrestler contract and booking. And while this will pay off short-term and serve AEW's hardcore audience, AEW is once again alienating the more casual fan that doesn't really give a shit about dirt sheet drama. MJF used to be the top heel of this promotion, but now that reality is involved and he's speaking from the perspective of zealous AEW fanatic on Twitter, he's being celebrated as a hero in all this. That can get very confusing very fast because real-life narratives can work to sabotage MJF's work-shoot storyline. MJF is the greatest method actor in wrestling today. He started his promo by saying, "This is Maxwell Friedman speaking," which is hilarious because that's also the character he plays on television. MJF uses his real name, yet made the conscious decision to always be in character, so you never know when his character ends and reality begins. Because of this dynamic that MJF has worked years to cultivate, he's been able to work everybody in wrestling, right down to Carny Khan, who will have to play MJF's game now. As a worker, MJF is a master of his craft who deserves to get paid, whether it's a secret Carny contract extension that he already signed with AEW, or the 7-figure deal he'll get with WWE if his contract really does expire in 2024, wink wink, or maybe Wardlow gets pissed off for being the odd man out and he leaves when his contract is up. This is all fascinating to watch, and I'm truly honored to be worked by MJF with the rest of you. Will this reality-based storyline be worth it? Will MJF stay with AEW? How much of this is a work? Tell me in the comments!